Heidi ho, everybody. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week. Whew. And this was quite a week. And this was quite a sentencing today. Oh my goodness gracious. This was like a marathon. I had no idea. I thought it would be a little sprint. I didn't know we would be dedicating hours upon hours of waiting with bated breath. Goodness gracious. We did finally get a sentence, though, didn't we? Not exactly what we were all hoping for. Longer than I had anticipated. I expected about 2 years. So about 24 months is what I was anticipating. And of course, Mr. Combs was sentenced to 50 months. And I, unfortunately, have had a very busy evening prior to coming on this evening. So I didn't get an opportunity to verify what I thought I had filed in my memory bank, that 85% of his sentence he will need to serve because it is a federal crime that he has been convicted of. So I'm saying that, but I might find out later that I'm wrong, or one of you might say, Janet, you're full of crap. That's not what it is. But that's what I remember reading, hearing something. He was also given the 1 year that he's already been incarcerated as credit. So he's not looking toward a whole lot of time. And I did hear as I was listening to Law and Crime this afternoon that depending on where he chooses his release residence to be, because remember, he has lots of homes all over the United States, he will either be in Tucson, Arizona, I think they said, or Marianna, Florida. Those were the two definitive places where he'll be serving his time because he needs to be in a specific type of facility in order to complete all of the rehabilitation that is required of him while he's incarcerated. So, yes, Jen T, thanks for joining us tonight. It has been a rough one this week. There has been far too much craziness. I feel like I'm living in a Clue game. All of this behind the scenes and finger pointing and people saying ugly things to each other makes me feel like I have to bathe all the time. We got to be nice to each other. We have to make good choices and be nice to each other. It's not hard, I promise. And I know Chandelier Hospitality Therapy, you were on earlier today, so I don't know if you're on again. And I don't know why your message disappeared. I'm so sorry. It's like being back in, I think you mean, yes, it's like being back in high school. I didn't do very well with this kind of stuff in high school, and I haven't gotten any better with it with time. So, felt like everybody needed a little levity today on the X. And while everybody's trying to figure out who everybody else is, y'all thought I was Jimmy dressed in drag. So I don't think you're very good at the game of figuring out who it is, because clearly, although we have not been on a live stream together yet, clearly we are not one and the same person. So, now that we've gotten all of our introductions and our breathing out of the way to continue our Friday night, let's go back to the letter that Sean Combs, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Love, I think that was one of the last ones too. All of those names. Let's go look at the letter that he wrote to the court, shall we? I'm going to add this here. See if I can make it a little larger, but I might not be able to. So, oh my goodness, Janet, don't do that. Here we go. This is what he sent to the court prior to sentencing that took place today. Every day since my incarceration, as difficult as my circumstances currently are, I have made the best of my time by reading books, writing, working out, or in therapy, obtaining the tools and knowledge to deal with my past drug abuse and anger issues. I have been putting in the work and working diligently to become the best version of myself to ensure that I never make the same mistakes again. I realize that I am in a situation where no amount of money, power, or fame can save me. Only God can save me. My grandmother used to teach me that God makes no mistakes and that everything he does is for your good. I believe that a bad situation can be used for good. Although this situation has been the hardest and darkest time in my life, good things have come out of my incarceration. For starters, I am now sober for the first time in 25 years. I have been trying my best to deal with my drug abuse and anger issues and take accountability, as well as positive steps toward healing. One of the most beautiful things I have experienced is being asked by my fellow inmates to teach and mentor them. They wanted to learn what I did to become a successful businessman. I think there was a lot of bullying and paying people off for that. I'm not sure, but I think I remember that was part of the code. And you might have maybe possibly committed a homicide in the midst of all of that. I'm not sure. Just kind of throwing in a little bit of commentary, but we'll continue on. I was inspired by their hunger and desire to learn information in order to not only set goals, but achieve any goal, dream that their hearts desire. I started teaching a 6-week program called Free Game, title given by my fellow inmates, which I was able to have approved and sanctioned by the Bureau of Prisons. I don't just teach about my success, I also teach about my mistakes and failures. It has truly been a blessing to do something positive in a negative situation. It has been beautiful to see the newfound hope in my fellow inmates' eyes. The most shocking thing was to see the unity and the peace this class has produced. As you are probably aware, jails and prisons are segregated places. However, in our class, we have Black, Spanish, white, and Asian all together in one room learning and working together. We even have an interpreter for the Spanish-speaking inmates. The biggest miracle that I've seen with this class is all of the gangs, such as Bloods, Crips, MS-13s, Trinitarios, and 18th Streets, in one room working together. I am also proud to say that since this class started, there have been no fights in our unit. This class has also helped me in my time of need and despair. Being able to do something good for others has also given me much needed hope. God bless me with this opportunity to help others, and I will continue to do so. So I'm going to take a little pause there because I need a little breather from the pile of poo that I think is being laid on me at this moment. Yup, Kelly, that's exactly how I feel. This episode brought to you by the letter Ew. $5 says he paid someone to write this for him. That's what I think. And my goodness, what nirvana he is creating in the prison system while he's there. Gosh, hard to believe he wreaked so much havoc out in the general population and in society. Golly, he's got to be knocking on the door of sainthood at this point. Would you all agree? I mean, good grief. Yep. No way this was written by him. Perhaps the ending, the signature. Anti-BB2, you're right. I agree. I think so too. So, it's a heaping pile. I mean, there's been a lot of stink this whole week, and he is not helping the situation right now with this. How about we continue on now, since we're only on page 1 and there are 3 pages. Okay, here we go. I ask you for mercy today, not only for my sake, but for the sake of my children. God blessed me with 7 beautiful children, 3 sons and 4 daughters. Their names are Quincy, Justin, Christian, Chance, Jesse, Delia, I'm not sure, and the newest addition, a 2-year-old daughter, Love. 4 of my children lost their mother, Kim Porter, as she tragically passed away in 2018. I am their only parent. I have failed my children as a father. My father was murdered when I was 3 years old, so I know firsthand what it is to not have a father. More than anything, I just want the opportunity to return home and be the father they need. Bear with me. I need to change pages, which is not the easiest thing to do on here. But I can do it. I have faith in my technological skills. All right, let's head on down the road now. God also blessed me with the greatest mother in the world. My mother sacrificed her life and dreams to provide for me and my younger sister, Keisha. She worked 3 jobs to make sure we had a roof over our heads, clothes on our backs, and the best education. My mother is now 84 years old, and she recently had brain surgery. Despite her own health challenges, she attended my trial every day. I have always been her primary caregiver. It breaks my heart that I put myself in this situation, and for the first time, I am unable to be there for my mother when she needs me most. As I write you this letter, let's not choke on that one. I am scared to death, scared to spend another second away from my mother and my children. I no longer care about the money or the fame. There is nothing more important to me than my family. Y'all. I got to take a break there for a second. 25 years, sir. 25 years. The only thing you are sorry about, Mr. Combs, is the fact that you got caught. That things finally took a turn and the jig was up, so to speak. Auntie BB2, you saw me on Melanie Little. Do you mean when everybody was trying to figure out who I was? And yes, I was on Lady Zelda. Lady Zelda is one of my favorite people in the entire universe. So, oh, and hello to the Goodmans. Good evening. This is unfair. What's unfair, Kevin? Please tell me what's unfair. You say we human, we not perfect. Oh, I am in no way expecting anyone to be perfect. I just want people to be decent to each other. And covering up the bad that you do in your life by trying to balance it with good deeds, that doesn't work for me. I will accept and appreciate all of the great deeds that Mr. Combs has done and all the contributions he has made in a positive nature, but that then does not allow an individual to then abuse and be despicable to another human being because they feel like they have built up some equity in some way and they can commit poor behavior. Yeah, that doesn't fly for misdemeanor. I am very, very kind-hearted until it comes to abuse, whether that abuse is on children, women, men, pets. Y'all don't even get me going on pets. Yeah, it's not okay. It's not okay. And absolutely, Annie BB too. He isn't the caregiver for his mother, in your opinion. I believe he pays someone to do that. You really think mom is sitting at his mansions and he's having his fun with all of his women and the prostitutes and everybody that he brought in there, and mom's just hanging out in another room in the house? Mm-mm, mm-mm. And yes, trust me, being a caregiver is extremely hard. Auntie BB too. I know all too well how difficult it is for an individual to care for an elderly or a sick individual. My husband is a saint for taking care of his mother in her final days. And she was ever so grateful to have him available there and willing to do it. It's not easy. It's exhausting. It is emotionally exhausting, mentally exhausting, financially exhausting, and physically exhausting. Trying to balance all of that. It is not an easy job. And I know, even if you have someone that isn't older and they are needing care, please, please. I know everybody calls and checks. Hey, how is so and so doing that's in the hospital? Check on the person that is trying to take care of everything around that, because they're the one that's running crazy through everything. And everybody always forgets them, the one that's taking care of the person that's sick. Mr. G's stepdad. I don't know who this is, but yes, same. Rest in peace to Mr. G's stepdad. Oh, who is that? Oh. Please tell me, the Goodmans. All righty, we're going to continue on. I think I'm done with that. She was my BFF. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Loss is so difficult. Yes, rest in peace to Mr. G's stepdad. All righty. I am going to head back over here. We're going to do some more reading. Okay. I understand that one factor the court has to consider is deterrence. Deterrence for me and for others to ensure that no one follows in my footsteps and makes the same mistakes. For over a year, I have been locked in one room with 25 other incarcerated people, sharing the same one room. Yeah, you said that once. In this room that I share, there are no windows. There is no natural clean air. There is no sunlight, and we all live in one room. You said that twice before now. We eat, sleep, use the toilet, take showers, and prepare meals all in the same room. There's the fourth time. I think we got it. We're pretty quick there, Sean. I think we got it. If indeed Sean is the one that wrote this. I don't tell you this for pity or sympathy. I'm simply sharing my truth and the truth of my fellow incarcerated people. We have no clean drinking water, and we boil our drinking water. We all share one washing machine, which is broken. I am surrounded by drugs and live every day with the constant threat of being stabbed or losing my life. Being surrounded by drugs, that he should have been very comfortable with that. I think that was kind of like his life for the past 25 years. Shouldn't be tough. The part where you're not supposed to use, that part must be tough. Okay, I'll give you that. Again, I am not expecting pity or sympathy, but my time at MDC has changed me forever. Prior to being in jail, I took care of and was present for my family. Being in jail, and because of my conduct, I lost the ability to care for my mother. I lost the ability to effectively raise and support my children. I have missed my three daughters' proms and graduations. I have missed taking one of my daughters to college. I have lost the freedom to teach my 2-year-old how to speak, dance, play, or be there to console her when she falls down or has a nightmare. I started from nothing and worked hard to earn everything I had, but because of my conduct, I have lost all of my businesses. I have lost my career. I lost the charter schools that I started, and I have destroyed my reputation and stained the reputation of those that worked for me. I lost my being present with my family. Between all of my losses and lessons, I can state for a fact that I will never be in another criminal courtroom again, and I do not believe any other person would do anything similar from fear of similar punishment. If you gave me a chance, I would like the opportunity to share my story with people to prevent at least one person from making the mistakes that I've made. Sir, you had speaking engagements already lined up for next week. I mean, who does he think he is? Yes, life has consequences. You have not felt consequences for a really, really, really long time. Like probably almost 3 decades. Yeah. If we hear about the carbs, Ms. Adelson, we know, no kidding. And we are, Debbie, absolutely no sympathy. I hate to be that way, but you have literally created this mess that you are now living in. This is not anybody else's fault but yours. Break the law and pay the consequences, Gen T27. Exactly. Everyone has a plan when they are trying to get out of trouble. What is that saying and who said it? I feel like it's like Mike Tyson or someone that says, everybody's got a plan. And when they go into the boxing ring, everybody's got a plan until they get that first punch. And then it's like, ooh, maybe I don't have such a plan after all. I don't understand that. And Kevin, but the man got set up for his money? How, sir? How, sir? Who was setting him up to beat Cassie Ventura in the hallway of a hotel? Who exactly set him up to do that? Was that Cassie's fault? I don't think so. And he was real quick with the settlement when she filed the civil action against him. That was the first tell for me. I did not believe any of it. And I do mean any of it until he settled that civil case within 24 hours. And I went, well, that's coinky dinky. Why would we settle that quickly? Why wouldn't you go? If you didn't do anything wrong, hey, let's have it out. But no, he wanted that gone like that. And that's when I went, wait a minute. Let's head on over to page 3 now. How about that? Oh, I hate when this silly thing does this. Let me try again. Nah. We're going to have a weird blue mark in it, but we'll work around it. I can't change the past, but I can change the future. I know that God put me here to transform me. Since incarceration, I have gone through a spiritual reset. I'm on a journey that will take time and hard work. I'm proud to say I'm working harder than I ever have before. I'm committed to the journey of remaining a drug-free, nonviolent, and peaceful person. Woohoo! I am happy to hear that. Yes. I thank God that I'm stronger, wiser, clean, clear, and sober. God makes no mistakes. I realize that this trial has received a tremendous amount of global press and your honor may be inclined to make an example out of me. I would ask your honor to make me an example of what a person can do if afforded a second chance. If you allow me to go home to my family, I promise I will not let you down. Today, will not let you down, and I will make you proud. Today, I humbly ask you for another chance to be a better father, another chance to be a better son, another chance to be a better leader in my community, and another chance to live a better life. I am writing this not to gain any sympathy or pity. This experience is simply the truth of my existence and has changed my life forever, and I will never commit a crime again. Thank you for your time and consideration, Sean Combs. Kevin says she tried to steal something for him. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who the she is. I'm not sure what's happening with Kevin here. Sorry, but no, I don't think so. I am a huge believer in people being able to turn their lives around. And I am exceptionally hopeful that Mr. Combs will follow in the footsteps of, I have to take a moment here, Robert Downey Jr. Y'all don't know this. He is on the list of men that I have told Mr. Demeanor that I will leave him for. When Robert Downey Jr. knocks on my door and says, Ms. Demeanor, it's time, I'm out of here. Talk about someone that turned their life around. And most recently, Charlie Sheen. I am so happy for Charlie Sheen, and I hope that continues. I am forever rooting for the underdog, and I will be rooting for Sean Combs to maintain everything he promised in this letter. Oh, Kevin, I think you misunderstand. Two things can be true at the same time. Cassie can be not completely innocent, but that doesn't absolve Mr. Combs from his behavior. That's not how it works. No. And yeah, Cassie's not on trial, so that's not really the question either. If you've ever been in an abusive relationship, you completely understand how difficult it is to leave under just normal circumstances, let alone all that was being offered for Cassie while she was around Sean Combs. I understand it. She was young. There's a lot of influence there. I'm sure there were a lot of promises for a long time. And no, my son and I debate this very concept all the time. And he is appalled at what the sentence was. He thinks it's way too short. So if I have offended anyone with that opinion that Cassie may or may not have contributed to anything in the relationship, again, that doesn't, I apologize if you're offended by it, but sorry, this is how I feel. And if you're offended, that's on you. Because, I will never get on a bandwagon that says it's okay to abuse another human being. And you're right, Aunt BB, too. You never tell them you're leaving. You just do it. Oh, yes. Hello, Jay Cornish. Good evening. Happy Friday to you. We made it. And yeah, Kevin, I kind of feel like you want to pick a fight a little bit tonight. I'm not really sure why. I'm pretty agreeable most of the time, but I'm not going to sit here and defend Sean Combs' behavior. I'm not going to sit here and defend some of Cassie Ventura's behavior or anybody else involved in that. He had a ton of people that worked for him that were also part of this. It's not my job to judge them when I walk in their shoes and I have their job and I'm trying to support myself and this is the only job I have. Then I'll be able to pass judgment, but that's not my place. That is not my place. So I am going to take a moment because I ran out of time when I was prepping here. So let me see if I can get oops, that's not what I want to do. If I can get the latest document in the Kelsey Fitzsimmons case. I wanted to only go about 30 minutes. I think that I can maintain that. Maybe 10 more minutes or so. But I want to get to the right spot so that we can get to the document. Have you all seen this incident report on Kelsey Fitzsimmons? I didn't even get a chance to read it. I literally just saved it, sent it so I would have it for this evening. So I'm going to be reading this cold. I don't know if y'all know what happened or not, but let's get it pulled up here. And it is itty bitty. I am so sorry. This is about as good as I can go here, but I'm going to read it to everybody. Oop, there we go. Okay. This is an incident report at Hampton County Sheriff's Office. This occurred on September 24th, 2025 at approximately 9:15 in the morning. And it states, I, Corporal Cedric Washington, was on post in 1 Bravo when BOP inmate was such and such, it's redacted, was being escorted from cell 8 to medical. During this time, inmate Kelsey Fitzsimmons was in the sub-day room. As inmate redacted was passing by the sub-day room, he pointed and stared at inmate Fitzsimmons. On the way out of unit, inmate redacted stated to me, I found out something about that, biatch. While looking at inmate Fitzsimmons at 9:25 a.m., I had inmate Fitzsimmons meet me on the rec deck to discuss the incident, to which she stated that she did not feel threatened by his comments. At 9:31 a.m., inmate redacted returned to the unit with his medical escort. While walking to his cell, he began pointing and screaming at inmate Fitzsimmons, who was currently on the rec deck, and stated, "You PC..." I'm just going to have to say the words. I apologize, but this is inmate talk, not misdemeanor talk. "You PC bitch, you best check out who you're fucking with." I requested inmate redacted to stop with his comments, which he immediately complied with my request and was locked in his cell. The action that was taken is Unit Manager Porter met with inmate Fitzsimmons. And per inmate Fitzsimmons, she feels safe in the unit. Inmate Fitzsimmons will continue to be housed in Unit 1B. Yes, and thank you very much, Kelly. She so kindly took care of the abbreviation there, PC, protective custody. So, as if it wasn't bad enough for Kelsey, wow. She shouldn't even be in there. This is a level of insanity I can't wrap my head around. It's like something got in the water up there and it's making everybody crazy. It's making everybody make poor choices. It's making everybody turn on everybody. It's nuts. What is happening? It's not even wintertime. I know where people get crazy in the wintertime when they can't get out, but it's not even wintertime, y'all. Yeah, she probably did have to say that she felt safe, Aunt BB2. She knows how it works. Yep. Like, oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm straight. It's all good. Something's got to be done. Now, I know that there was something that was sent to the SJC on her behalf to try to get, what is the word I'm looking for? Get this incarceration of hers revoked and get her out on bail. I just haven't heard anything about what's going on with it. Dee Dee, Suspicious Sauce, is usually really good about the documents, so I pay attention to what she posts, and I have not seen anything so far about that. But I will continue to follow and check on it. Last thing, told you I wasn't going to keep you very long. It looks like we lost Kevin. Did we lose Kevin? Oh, Kevin, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. We can agree to disagree, though. Monday night, I am so excited. Y'all, I have Jodine Weber coming on my show to talk about kind of whatever we want to talk about. I really want to pick her brain about what's happening, what could be happening behind the scenes in the Celeste Rivas Hernandez death. If you don't know who that is the young lady that was found in the front trunk of the Tesla in California, and the Tesla was registered to David Anthony Burke, also known as D4VD. I think that's how it's spelled. I am super excited. So you will absolutely want to turn your notifications on. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do that. And then you can turn the notifications on as well, because she is fantastic. She has so much knowledge and she's a delightful human being. I'm very much looking forward to that. So Monday night at 6:00 Central Time is when we'll be doing our little chat with Jodine Weber. And if you all don't know who that is, you're going to be very delighted. She's amazing. Her name is Jodine, Jodene Weber. Is that who you're asking? Or are you talking about Celeste? You might be talking about Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Yes. Jen T, I love her too. So, yes, she'll be on with me on Monday, and we will talk all things that you want to ask the FBI. So have your questions ready. And so I can ask her while we've got her on our live stream on Monday. So as always, everybody, it doesn't cost a penny to be kind to someone. So find someone to do something nice for, if you haven't already. And remember to always make good choices. See you next time.